Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Chrisleys returned to TV in shocking new trailer and jaw-dropping plot twists. They went from reality TV royalty to convicted felons, but now the Chrisley family is stepping back into the spotlight. This time around, they're not sugarcoating a thing. The Chrisleys, Back to Reality, is officially premiering on Lifetime this September, and the new trailer is just as jaw-dropping as you'd expect. Todd Chrisley, former real estate mogul and patriarch of Chrisley Knows Best, opens the trailer from behind bars with trademark sass. "Do you think there's a possibility that I can get out of here before I need a facelift?" Julie Chrisley, meanwhile, appears emotional as their family grapples with life while the couple was serving time in federal prison. The raw docuseries dives deep into the fallout of their 2022 convictions for bank fraud and tax evasion. Due to being found guilty, they were sentenced to a combined 19 years. They were accused of swindling $30 million in fraudulent loans and failing to pay federal taxes. After failed appeals, their daughter Savannah Chrisley lobbied for a pardon from President Donald Trump and succeeded. In May 2025, both Todd and Julie were released early. The Chrisleys are back with a lot more to say. While the Chrisleys, Back to Reality does highlight their return home post-prison, it also exposes a deep divide within the family. In one of the trailer's most talked-about moments, Savannah tells her sister Lindsay, "We're no longer family. Lose our last name." According to Savannah, Lindsay allegedly wrote a letter to the FBI that helped fuel the case against their parents. The prosecutor read the letter Lindsay wrote. She says in the trailer, "We're no longer family." And it doesn't stop there. Grayson Chrisley chimes in with the gut punch. "I mean, your blood will screw you over more than a stranger definitely will." The family's matriarch, Nanny Faye, gives a brutally honest assessment as well, saying, "This family's been torn apart. Because it was always like this. And now then it's like this," gesturing to the widening chasm between them. The fallout is made worse by Savannah's own admission. "With my parents gone, our household is completely divided. I told my parents I don't know if it can ever be repaired, honestly," she said. Presidential pardon, but no peace. In a clip shared by White House aide Margot Martin, President Trump is then seen speaking to the Chrisley children over the phone. "Your parents are going to be free and clean," he says. "I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them good luck." Grayson Chrisley thanks the former president, and Trump replies, "They were given a pretty harsh treatment, based on what I'm hearing." He ends the call saying, "Congratulate your parents, they're terrific people. This should not have happened." But even with a second chance at freedom, it seems the Chrisleys' reputation and relationships remain complicated. Lindsay, now going by the last name Landsman, recently said on her podcast, The Southern Tea, that the Chrisley surname brought more problems than opportunities. "That last name did not create income or opportunity for me. It became very problematic." Savannah, for her part, told People that she's no longer interested in repairing that relationship. "I don't do well with constant lies and victim mentality," she said bluntly, adding, "I just don't have room for people that don't want to show up in a healthy manner." After years of silence, heartbreak, and scandal, the Chrisleys are officially making their comeback to television. And no one could have predicted just how explosive their return would be. The new reality series, tentatively titled Chrisley Knows Redemption, is already stirring up buzz across Hollywood for its shocking storylines, emotional reunions, and plot twists that even the most loyal fans never saw coming. Savannah Chrisley, now 27, steps into the role of executive producer and star, vowing to tell the truth behind the headlines. The show promises to document not just the family's ongoing legal battles and emotional struggles, but also their resilience, humor, and faith. "We're not the same family you saw before," Savannah teases in the trailer, her voice trembling between pride and pain. "But maybe, just maybe, that's what makes us stronger." The first bombshell comes just minutes into the premiere. Cameras capture Savannah walking through the gates of a federal prison, holding a bundle of letters, written by fans to Todd and Julie. The emotional scene, raw and unscripted, sets the tone for what's to come. For the first time on television, Savannah speaks openly about her parents' incarceration, her role as guardian to Chloe and Grayson, and the toll fame has taken on their once picture-perfect family. "I used to think we were invincible," Savannah admits in a confessional. "Now I'm realizing that maybe God needed to break us down to build us back up again." But this isn't just a tearful redemption arc. It's a roller coaster of twists that keep viewers gasping. The biggest shocker comes halfway through the season when a surprise visitor shows up, Todd Chrisley himself. In an unexpected move that no one saw coming, Todd's legal team negotiated limited on-camera access for him inside the facility. The trailer teases a chilling exchange. Savannah sitting across from her father in a small, sterile visitation room, their hands pressed against the glass. "You think you know the truth?" Todd says in his signature Southern drawl. "You've only seen the headlines. Now it's time you see the heart." The emotional reunion between Todd and Savannah reportedly left the production crew in tears. Sources claim Todd gets candid about his regrets, his faith, and the betrayal that nearly tore the family apart. "This show isn't about clearing my name," he says. "It's about reclaiming our purpose." Meanwhile, Julie Chrisleys' storyline takes a heartbreaking yet inspiring turn. The cameras follow Savannah as she receives recorded messages from her mother inside prison, a modern-day diary of resilience and reflection. Julie opens up about her struggles with isolation, her faith in God, and her unshakable bond with Todd. "They can take away my freedom," she says softly in one clip, "but they can't take away my hope." Back at home, Savannah juggles her new role as the matriarch of the family. Between raising 17-year-old Grayson and 11-year-old Chloe, rebuilding the Chrisley brand, and running her beauty line, she faces the impossible task of being both a daughter and a mother figure. The show doesn't shy away from the messiness. Late-night breakdowns, heated arguments, and moments of pure exhaustion fill the screen. Yet through it all, Savannah's strength and wit shine through. One of the show's most jaw-dropping twists, however, comes from an unlikely source, Chase Chrisley. Long known as the prankster of the family, Chase shocks everyone by revealing he's been working on a secret project, a tell-all podcast that exposes the dark side of reality TV. "People think they know what went down," Chase says, "but they don't have a clue." His podcast quickly becomes a cultural phenomenon, sparking debates about fame, forgiveness, and what it really means to move on. A long-lost Chrisley relative comes into the picture. A cousin from Todd's side who claims to have evidence that could change everything about the family's legal battles. The mystery unfolds over several episodes, with viewers speculating whether the newcomer is genuine or simply chasing the spotlight. Savannah, torn between hope and suspicion, confronts the man in one of the most tense scenes of the season. "If you're lying to me," she warns, "you're lying to a family that's already been through hell." As if that weren't enough, Nanny Faye, the fan-favorite grandma whose humor once carried the show, returns with her own emotional arc. Though her health has declined, her spirit remains unbreakable. "I might move slower these days," she quips, "but I can still tell when somebody's full of it." Her playful banter with Savannah and Chase adds much-needed levity amid the chaos, reminding fans why they fell in love with the Chrisleys in the first place. By the finale, the family gathers for an intimate dinner, one seat left empty for Todd and Julie. The table glows with candlelight, and Savannah reads aloud a letter from her father. "Family isn't about being perfect," the letter says. "It's about showing up, even when the world says you shouldn't." The moment is tender, raw, and deeply human. A reminder that behind the fame, the headlines, and the drama, the Chrisleys are still just a family trying to find their way home. The final moments leave fans on the edge of their seats with one last twist. Savannah receives a mysterious call from a producer hinting that Todd's case may be reopened due to newly discovered evidence. The screen fades to black as Savannah whispers, "This isn't the end. It's just the beginning." Social media has already erupted with reactions. Fans are calling the comeback the most emotional reality TV revival ever, while critics praise the show for its authenticity and vulnerability. "It's not just about scandal," one reviewer writes. "It's about survival." For Savannah, the return isn't just a career move, it's a mission. "We've made mistakes," she says in the show's closing monologue. "But we're not done telling our story. Not yet."